Thokozani bogogo nabomkhulu, Thokozani Gogomalanzela TV family, Thokozani to everybody who is tuned in, to the young and the old and everybody else who is here. You're most definitely welcome to our channel. It is a definite honor for me to share this space with you always. So my beautiful people, to those who subscribed, thank you very much. I love you, Gogomalanzela TV. Many more blessings unto you. And to those who still need to subscribe, please do, so that you get the latest in the content that we have in store for you. So this is just I won't even say brief, man. It's not. It's an addition to the importance of of cleansing video. I was reminded in a dream specifically about this specific reason that I forgot to mention or add in the previous video. And I had woken up with the worst headache. So in my journey anyway, I've learned to listening to my ancestors is very, very important. Whether I like it, whether I don't, it is a very important thing that takes place in my life. So when it comes to the importance of cleansing, we have learned various reasons as to why it is important, right? But the 11th reason why, and one of the very most pivotal points that make people suffer and die and really not live up to any potential of any sort, not even living up to their own potential, not living up to the potential that God has in store for them, not living up to the potential that their ancestors have, not living up to any potential. It is ukuvalwa or ukuvala umkhokha, right? Hukwala mekhocha, right? And I'm really honestly, I'm not sure what mekhocha is or umkhokha is in English. But I will just for now say the closing of negative energies, right? So I will briefly then explain this particular reason and why it is pivotal and why it is important. So let's say, for example, something bad happens, right? For instance, you have a loved one who passes on because of a car accident. You have a spouse who dies while giving birth. You have a person who dies in any form of accident, man, be it a fire, be it umphakathi, be it anything, that is not a natural cause, right? So this person is part of your bloodline and they suffer from this thing, right? Or they are then therefore connected to you, right? So ukvala umkhokha, it is the closing of this negative experience or this negative energy for it not to happen again in your family. That is one of the most important reasons why cleansings are important. It is to make sure that you never experience that particular thing, that painful, that harsh experience in your life. For instance, maybe you have like a sibling who has committed suicide, for instance, or for example, somebody lived in your home and they were sick for some time and they died in your home, right? So cleansings are important, guys. Cleansings are very, 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 very important. I can't stretch it out to you, the importance, you know? And in that regard, it should be taken seriously. Because now, for instance, let's say your 20-year-old brother decides to hang himself, right? Now, where is this thing happening? It's happening at home. Who is this person related to? You. How does this affect the future generation or the coming generation, right? What energy is this particular experience allowing to come into our household, allowing to come and interrupt our ancestors, and allowing us to have a mental debacle with self, right? So it's one of those experiences now where you constantly think about it, and you never have closure about it to say, but why did Usbanban do this? Because they're not there to answer. And also, we need to understand that some of these energies, the more they roam around the household, the more they have the power to come and revisit through a different spirit. You'll find that now the child is 10. There's somebody else in a new generation prior to the one who did the first offense. Now, years later, there is a child who's now starting to show the signs and the symptoms of wanting to do something that relates and reminds us of that person that we did not cleanse for, that we did not cleanse the home for, that we did not talk to abantu abadala ukudlula yena, to welcome him as bayeni or welcome him into the kraal. And how is this person's doing affecting our kraal? How is it affecting our clan? The things that we do, the things that our ancestors still want to provide for us. How is what this person has done? How is it affecting us, and how will it affect our future children 10 years from now, 20 years from now, 30 years from now? So, guys, umkhokha is a very serious thing. And I don't blame my ancestors for hitting me with a headache, because this is very important information for you guys to know, right? And it starts small, guys. You'll notice out of nowhere, hey, the child has started cutting themselves. Hey, no, the child has changed in how they conduct themselves. Or sometimes there's just no sign of anything. It just happens. So we need to be very careful. We need to understand, man, even when you come back from a funeral, niyageza, because now you are carrying this energy, and this energy is the energy of death and the passing off of somebody else. Now, when awugezi, you just go home. What are you doing? The minute you enter your gate, you are welcoming the spirit of death to come and follow you now everywhere you go. Then you are surprised why you constantly almost get into accidents, but otherwise you do get into them. Is because there's that spirit that is sitting and hanging over you that needs to be dealt with. And these are things that we cannot run away from, beautiful people. It's things we really cannot run away from, bantwana behlozi. We need to stop risking with our lives. We need to understand that there's a certain consequence to some of the choices that our bloodline makes. So if you know for a fact, and you have even seen, some of you, that no, a family member died from a car accident, and especially if they're very close to you, or a family member has passed on due to what and what and what. There are various reasons. But things that pertain to abo suicide, that pertain to being shot, that pertain to being stabbed or being all these things, as long as it's not a natural cause, please, guys, get yourselves cleansed. You're not only cleansing for you, but you are cleansing for your future generations to come. You are cleansing for your children, your children's children, so that even when they are born, even if they don't know anything about what happened 30 years ago, 40 years ago within your family, you are the one who's going to cut the cord so that this thing never repeats itself in your family. Cleansings are more about protection, purification of self, and alignment. Don't look at cleansings as something that is a taboo. I've never seen anyone in my family cleanse, so I won't cleanse. Ha! Okok, please, I'm pleading with you. I am pleading with you. If you have the opportunity and the chance to consult and cleanse, please do. Please do. Because there's nothing more painful. Nothing is more painful than the repetition of something painful happening in your family's lineage. There is nothing more painful than every 5 years, every 2 years, there's somebody who dies the exact same way that the initial person who opened the door to this problem now lives on within your generation. Do not condone certain things which aren't normal and make them normal. Cleansings are important. If somebody passes on in your home, get your home cleansed. Over and above getting yourself cleansed, get your home cleansed. Bantwana bedlozi. It will open up new doors and new avenues for you and your family. Protect yourselves. Align yourselves. Thokozani bogogo nabomkhulu. Thokozani bantwana bedlozi. Thokozani ubonke abantu abakhona. Thokozani ubonkgono le bontatemoholo bohle ba leng teng tsatsing lena la kajeno. Ke le hlomphile, ke le bua le mphile sebaka. Thokozani, guys. Please, I'm pleading with you. Let this be the year we get our lives in order. We are not doing it for the world. We are doing it for us and generations to come. Thokozani.